I gotta walk. I mean, I didn't just get a walk. I got like the walk shovel, you know. I fully committed. This is full commitment. So take that, Professor because I can commit to something. But what better way to christen this blue steel beauty than by making Dan Dan Noodles? If you aren't familiar with Dan Dan Noodles, here's a brief synopsis. So Dan Dan Noodles are a spicy, tingly, pleasantly chewy noodle dish hailing from China's Sichuan province. There's no one official way to make Dan Dan Noodles. Everyone kind of has their own twang to it. Twang? Now, I haven't been to China yet, but I'm fairly confident that you guys are going to dig these chewy, toothsome, spicy long boys. The method I'm going to show you here is how I make Dan Dan Noodles. So as mentioned, some people use different ingredients and noodle types, but there are a few things that remain sort of ingrained in the dish's identity, and I think it's important we point some of those players out, so let's check them out. Alright, so first up to bat is our Szechuan peppercorns. These are intensely fragrant peppercorns that aren't actually peppercorns, they're actually a member of the citrus family. These are responsible for giving the dish a numbing sensation known as ma in Szechuan cooking. These are the red berries. I know they come in green, maybe some other colors too. This is chinkang or black vinegar. It's a dark, malty, woody, and smoky vinegar. Some refer to it as sort of like a Chinese balsamic. Now, in place of homemade chili oil, I'm going to be using Chili Crisp. I'm obsessed with this stuff. It's essentially chili oil laced with crispy garlic chips. It's super easy to make your own. I'm going to do a link to a video that I like down below. And this is great to use in place of hot sauce and on other dishes too. Now we have our classic light soy sauce. This is not to be confused with low sodium soy sauce. This is very salty and a thin consistency. And in contrast to that, we have our dark soy sauce, which is not as strong and salty as our light soy sauce, and it's thicker in consistency. It also adds great color to dishes. Alright, so now we have our Chinese sesame paste. To be honest, there's not much of a difference here between this and classic tahini. It's basically an oily, thick paste made from ground sesame seeds. Feel free to use tahini in place of this if you don't have it. Alright, and my noodle choice are these Cantonese flour stick noodles. These are made from wheat flour and coconut oil. They're super bouncy in texture and they hold the sauce well. I just really like the color and they have a nice thickness. Alright, those are the major players. Let's move on to cooking our nudes. So cook your noodles of choice according to the directions in the package, and once they're tender, remove them from the water. So grab a coffee mug, ladle, or a measuring cup, something like that, and reserve about a cup of the starchy noodle cooking liquid. I like to grab more than I think, just so I'm ready for it. Next, we're going to cook our pork. Add some oil to the hot wok and wipe it out with a paper towel. Doing this is going to create a thin film that will help keep our cooking oil from burning. Next, add a little more oil and the ground pork. Now keep moving that pork around until it starts to crisp up a bit. We're going to add our toasted and ground Szechuan peppercorn to the mixture, move that around a bit more. Add in the garlic and ginger and move things around. And don't forget that bit of dark soy to help with color. Now keep moving things around, shaking the wok and stirring until things start to begin to caramelize and the pork is fully cooked through. Transfer the mixture to a little bowl and set it aside. Now we're going to make the sauce. Mix in black vinegar, light soy sauce, chili oil. Just look at that sweet, sweet chili crisp. Chinese sesame paste. Again, you can totally just sub this out for tahini. And lastly, we're just going to add a bit of that noodle cooking liquid. It'll give us proper consistency, balance out the flavor, and help the sauce cling to the noodles. Now that our sauce is all mixed up at the bottom of the bowl, we're going to add our noodles on top. Unlike most Western dishes, this noodle dish is served with the sauce on the bottom and then mixed up. Alright, so now we're gonna finish our dish with a nuclear green baby bok choy head. Then we're gonna pour some of that pork mixture right on top. Then I'm gonna hit it with this black vinegar reduction thing that I threw together. The recipe's linked below. A classic little shower of scallions, otherwise known as green onion. A sprinkle of black and toasted sesame seeds. And I'm just gonna lay on some garlic chips. These are super simple to make and elevate the dish completely. I'll have a link to a video on how to make them below. A quick glam shot for the boys back home. And now it's finally time to take a bite. There's no pretty way to do this. And before eating this, you're definitely going to want to give things a mix in the rich porky sauce. At first, the dish might look a bit bare on the top, but if you take a look under the hood, you'll see that the majority of the action happens at the bottom of the bowl. See, that wasn't too difficult. A little high heat, little stir fry action. Literally pouring ingredients into a bowl to make a sauce. Easy for cheesy. So yeah, Dan Dan Noodles, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.